Good morning and welcome to our thought for today. It's Saturday, the 11th of February, and our morning here in Cumbria, it's dull, it's dank, it's bitterly cold, and we're expecting snow. So there's your 3 in 1. So what is our theme for today? Well, let's recap. Walk with God. And this is taken from a beautiful book called Jesus Now by Leslie Brandt. And here Leslie leads us to the New Testament Bible, to the Gospel of St. Matthew, chapter 7, verses 13 to 14. Enter by the narrow gate, for the gate is wide, and the way is easy that leads to destruction, and those who enter by it are many. For the gate is narrow, and the way is hard, that leads to life, and those who find it are few. The path that you, the child of God, are to walk upon will at times seem to be very narrow and difficult. How true! It will lead you into circumstances and relationships that will test your mettle and refine your spirit. There will be hot desert sands and soaring mountains, hills and valleys, sun and cloud, thorns and flowers. There will be vicious storms that frighten and obstruct, and green oases that nourish and comfort. It should not surprise you that many of your friends, even some of your loved ones, will not accompany you. They are more readily attracted by the glittering, well-traveled freeways that beckon to adventure and sensual thrills. The path you traverse leads to God, a God who's calling you to embrace his will, a will for your life. The roads that are glutted with bumper-to-bumper traffic lead only to the fast, fleeting pleasures and satisfactions of this world. Be aware of those religious charlatans that herald the walk of a Christian is as easy and perpetually happy experience. If you follow them, you will go astray. Note well the issue of their lives, their values and motives, and the long-range consequences of their kind of leadership. They may talk the talk that resembles some of the things Christ said and did in this world, but they do not walk the walk he exemplified. It is those people who follow Jesus Christ, who hear his words and receive his life and do what he says, who will enter into abundant living and life everlasting. Those who travel by some other route, regardless of their confession and proclamations, will not weather the fierce storms of this life, nor experience the joy of abiding within the perfect will of God. Walk upon Christ's paths and live by his words and deeds for your life, for they are indeed the will of God for you. Beautiful words, challenging words, and words that really draw us out of ourselves. There are many who give lip service to God, as you know, but their hearts are closed. And as a Catholic Christian, I found that pain for my own self. And it has been a painful experience embracing all faiths and welcoming all faiths into our community of Franciscans. And a lot of the opposition comes from within my own family, within the Catholic Christian community. But at the end of the day, we do what we're asked to do by Jesus. And if he calls us to embrace a simpler way of living, we have to listen to our heart and follow that heart, because I believe that Jesus speaks to my heart. I know he does. And he's guided me along this path to welcome brothers and sisters of different creeds, colours, lifestyle choices, backgrounds, and not to sit in judgment because they're different to me, and not to castigate them because they're not a Catholic or Christian or both. Their faith could be Hindu, Muslim, Sikh. I'm guided to see them as a child of God and to find God in them and show compassion, respect, and love, and not to sit in judgment and fail in charity. And it's so easy to judge, isn't it? It really is easy to judge. As I've been judged many, many, many times, even by my birth family. But when God calls you by name and you say yes, you follow God's will for your life. And it doesn't matter what your peers think of you. And our perfect role model is Jesus. He paid the price for speaking his Father, Mother, God's truth. So yes, the narrow gate, we walk through the narrow gate. And though we experience the desert, dryness of soul, the dark night of the soul, we know that God is present. And all we have to do is ask. And I found that with a lot of our members who joined the community, curious maybe, but they don't all stay. They give up halfway. And that is sad. They give up because they want the limelight. To give their life for interspiritual unity and global peace behind closed doors. To be unseen is not challenging for them. They want the limelight where they can parade in their beautiful habits and give lofty sermons. But that's not what Christ wants today. He wants soldiers who are willing to follow him and to listen to his voice, to be led by his voice, even if it means living that simple life of complete detachment from the world and materialism, and to just say, as we say in our morning offering, Lord, here I am. How may I be of service to you today? Let's reflect. Let's be still and come into this place of love. And we ask ourselves, who am I? Why am I here? What is my soul's purpose? What is God asking of me? Well, as we sit quietly and relax, we ask the Christ to come to us. And we ask the Spirit of God to overshadow us. And now we ask Christ to speak to our heart. How may we be of service to him today? What is he saying to you? And it's a question you put to God each day of your life. because every day is unique and every day is different. And throughout this day, keep asking the Lord, how may I be of service to you? And whatever comes up for you in your heart, whatever resonates with your heart, honor it and do it. So now let us allow the arms of Christ enfold us, encompass us, and fill us with the peace of God, a peace that transcends all understanding, a peace that is not of this world. It is a peace from God. Amen. I hope the words I've shared with you have had some impact. But remember, you have a gift of free will. Use it. Call on God. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I look forward to your company again tomorrow. So for now, have a wonderful day. Namaste, Shalom, Inshallah, Pax et Bonum, OmShanti, Solo di Caritas, Salam Alaikum, and may the peace of all that is sacred to you reawaken your heart today to surrender who you are to the I Am presence of God.